Hey everybody. Yes, I'm on time this time. I set this video to start at 3 o'clock and it is 2:59. So I am on time for once this week. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about Black Ink Chicago. These people is a hotmess.com. Come on in, make sure you like the video. Feel free, as usual, to comment in the comment section. The number's up there also, 641-715-0872. PIN number 434478. If you want to come in. If you want to call in and speak on this last episode or any part of the season at all. Also, don't forget to also look at the comment in the chat, the first comment that I always put in there. Go check out my Facebook page, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. I have promotions every month where you can enter to win a free cake if you're in the Omaha area. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe to my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice page on Facebook. Now, let's jump right in because, as you know, I always come through right before I have to be at the gig at the plantation. In the beginning of this episode, we see Charmaine. She's still talking about when her and Neek had the dinner with his mom and her parents. And that went horrible. That went way left. So they're still reeling back from that. They're also, discussing about Lily and what went down, with Don and everything. Lily pissed off. She still hasn't came back to the shop. Cobra's like, she's not coming back, or excuse me, she's not coming back because she's still mad because she thinks that Don, should have had her back. But like Don told her in the last episode, you know what? We did have your back. We had your back all the way up until we saw that video, until the production crew showed us that video that said Reese basically, didn't get hit. And we had your back as well because you're with us. Junior is still with 9 Mag. And as far as you guys are being with us, we still had you guys back regardless if you, started the fight first, in Jamaica when they were, at the block party and everything. Y'all remember that big blow up and everything. So, everybody did have a back. So she's still not at the shop. And Don's like, you know what? I think we need to do something to kind of create like Charmaine said, kind of like a healing wound trip, where we all can get back together and, try to connect, try to bond again. So Charmaine, her job had recently, took a trip to this adult camp called Camp Kidwell. And she suggests that they do the same thing because, it could help, get them back on one accord, everybody in the shop. And she suggests that Lily and Reese comes. Lord have mercy. And Don, suggests his brother comes because even though his brother is still cool with Ryan and so is Don, he's still part of that family. And, he has to have some kind of reconnection with them as well because they're kind of the result of why, he didn't get to perform in Jamaica, with London on the track. So they all, make plans to go and everything. Now, on the way to the trip, they stop by and they pick up Van. And Van, he's like on crutches and everything. And I'm up here thinking, why is this fool coming on this trip with crutches on? He can barely walk. Charmaine talking about he got gout in his foot. And I'm up here like, he got gout in his foot and he's still coming, but he swears he don't have gout. He just have flat-footed. He's flat-footed and he's big. So I don't know, because flat-foot people do have problems, with their feet. And, back when I was younger, I think it's still like that, but you couldn't even get in the military if you had flat feet. So, that could be the issue. I don't know. I hope he don't have gout. But anywho, he decides to tag along as well. They get to the cabin and everybody separates. Don suggests, the girls or the ladies, they all can't bunk together, and all the men bunk together. And I think that's kind of appropriate because, just to make sure it's a platonic trip, nobody ends up, well, I'm sure, they probably ended up doing something somewhere, but you know what I mean. So have everybody separated and everything, and they started off. One thing that I found amusing was when Don was like telling all the fellas, you know what, let's have a little fun. Let's get the ladies, riled up and let's do this, with their suitcase and their luggages and throw it out in the water and everything. But when the ladies came out and when they were looking for their luggage, they were like, well, where's all our luggage? What do you do with our stuff? And da da da. And then when they realized it was in the water, I'm looking like, hold up. These ladies were not as mad as I think they should be. So I think that was probably a little fake scene right there. Tell me if you think otherwise, but they were not as pissed off as they should have been, especially Ashley, because Ashley and Don been getting into it for the entire this entire season. So I would at least think she would cuss Don out, for throwing their luggages in. But they find all their stuff in their cabin, and they tell them, it was a prank, and then they blamed it on Van. Of course, blame it on the cripple to make it even better. But yeah, so I thought that was a fake scene. But now Danielle, excuse me, I'm sorry. Charmaine, she still has some issues with, Charmaine and Lily had some issues in the past. You know that she had fought Danielle. She had fought Lily. Yeah, Lily had fought Danielle, and she also fought Charmaine. And then she got into it with Junior when they were in Jamaica. And then on top of this, when they got back, she got into it with Don. And I'm bringing that up now because I'm going to mention it at the end. So make sure I remember to mention it at the end when I wrap this up. But while Reese and Lily, they decide that they're going to come on the trip because, they didn't have intentions to make up with the crew. They had other intentions, and when they got there, you could tell because they were walking up and they were looking like, like they ready for it. They got invited on the trip because this is supposed to be a peaceful trip. So everybody can, get together, work out everything, speak their mind and everything. But they looked like they was ready to battle, when they first got there. And so basically, Lily and Reese, they want to let Don know that, the same thing what Lily kept saying, that he didn't have her back. And I'm like, Lily, first of all, she's a troublemaker. I've been saying this entire season, ever since she broke up with Junior. It just seems like ever since she broke up with Junior and this season started, she hasn't been acting the same. I don't know if there's something else going on in her life, that she just hasn't mentioned. I know she had a lot of issues last season with her family and not being able to see her daughters, and her and Junior, going back and forth fighting and whatnot. But she just hasn't been the same. She's been just super rowdy this season. And for her to say that somebody doesn't have her back, like, you keep bumping heads with everybody, fighting with everybody, you mollywop Charmaine, at the club that one time when she was peacefully speaking to your cousin, when she was trying to come to a solution on how y'all all could get along, and she in return got mollywopped for no reason. So she wants everybody else to kiss her butt and be on her side and everything. And so, Don, of course, he's like, I'm sorry. You want me to be loyal to you. And Junior is still the homie. That's still my dog. That's my boy. So we still going to be cool. And on top of that, like I said, after they found out that Junior did not hit Reese, then they really was like, yeah, Junior, we on his side too, but we on your side too. But you know what? He's not going to pick his friends. And then Reese, I'm like, she had the gals to say, that wasn't the perfect time to say what you said, about having Junior's back or believing Junior or whatever. And I'm like, Reese, what you mean? He's supposed to have permission to say what he wants to say about a particular subject. She literally has only been in the shop 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I'm like, you just got out the hot seat last episode because they found out that you was perpetrating a fraud and showing off pictures on the internet when you first started, saying these pictures were your tattoos when they was really somebody else's. So you up there doing plagiarism. I guess what I'm trying to say is they keep trying to divert the situations. Every time they in the hot seat, they keep trying to divert the situations to somebody else. And so Van was asleep because he's all drugged up. Whatever is wrong with his big feet. He was on drugs, so he was passed out. His girl, Jen, she felt the need, as she said, to speak in for him because I guess she thought that Van was feeling the same way they were. So I guess that's why she spoke up. And, being as her man, I assume they talk, at home or whatnot. So she was speaking up for him and basically saying, y'all keep forgetting the fact that y'all was an issue. Y'all have both been an issue. Well, not really Reese as far as keep being an issue because she just got there. But when Lily, all the fights and everything that's been going on, Jen is like, why you act like you don't realize that you're the problem? You're a cancer. You're a disease. You is bringing this shop down. And then you want everybody to kiss your butt and be loyal to you. And like I said at the beginning of the season, I don't know why. I don't know why they decided to name the shop Loyal Inc. Because ain't no person up in that shop loyal. There's let me see. Danielle, Charmaine. I don't know. Ain't nobody in there loyal to each other. And it's just been one big chaos after another, starting with Charmaine getting the LLC. They not agreeing with it, even though somebody has to be in charge. I keep saying this, somebody needs to be in charge because this shop, they just going to run it in the ground or end up, with everybody beefing and no longer being friends. And Reese and Lily, they trying to say Charmaine, she don't have nothing to do with it. Because she was kind of like having Jen's back. Jen's right. You guys, you are the problem. And, oh, here we go again. Charmaine, you're not a tattoo artist, so you shouldn't have anything to say. Jen, you don't even work there, so you shouldn't have anything to say. Basically trying to say they a non-factor. In the words of Evelyn. But, so they calling them non-factors and everything. Granted, Jen does not work there, but Jen knows what be going down. She has been at a lot of the parties, a lot of the functions. She's been in that shop. Might as well say she's been in the shop since day one and the shop before that. So, you don't have to work there to see what's going on and to see who's always at fault. So, and as far as Charmaine has been the manager since they were with Ryan. What shops don't have a manager? Every shop need a manager. I don't know why they keep, saying Charmaine, she doesn't bring any value to the shop. They need a manager. They need somebody to reinforce at least some ground rules. I mean, I understand they don't want to be like micromanaged, a job where somebody's always behind them, watching what they do, checking behind them, making sure they're doing stuff right. I understand they don't want to be micromanaged and they want everybody to have like an even play into the shop. But they need a manager because this is getting more and more ridiculous every episode. So, excuse me. She tells Charmaine she needs to stay in her place. They start arguing. Charmaine is like, Lily, how many times have I tried and tried and tried to get along with you? Charmaine, man, I really wish I could be in Charmaine's shoes just one day at that shop. Charmaine, she needs to do a better job of sticking up for herself. I mean, like I said, she done whooped you, she done whooped your cousin. I mean, I understand y'all y'all ain't hood. She probably never really fought growing up or anything. But come on. The girl done whooped on you. You still up there trying your hardest to befriend her and treat her fairly, and she's still treating you like dirt and walking all over you. And then when y'all start arguing, what does she do? She runs off into the bathroom or wherever she went and crying and stuff. Oh, Danielle, you just don't know. You know, I'm just so upset. Come on. Lily is not that bad. She is not that much of a badass. Trust me when I say this. She pick on those who I'll put it this way. She knows she knows who to pick on. She ain't running up on Jen. She ain't running up on Don's girl. She ain't, she knows who to mess with. So I'm gonna just say, Charmaine, I don't know. You need to take some lessons, go to a boxing club, do something. I don't know, girl. Take some Taebo or something because you need to do a better job defending yourself. Then Don, I'm glad he said what he said. Finally, someone has said it. After everything that's been going on, I have to agree. This is Don. I have to agree with everybody. Lily, it has been the headache. You has been like an ongoing headache. I said before, what does it take to get her out this shop? Because she has been just doing whatever she want to do, not listening to nobody. I mean, and then bringing in Reese. Reese has basically been following behind her instead of trying to get along with the rest of the shop. You is new. You is fresh meat. But instead of trying to get along with everybody else in the shop, you following around Lily and trying to be like her sidekick and everything. And when Lily pop off, Reese pops off. So he tells her, you know what? You is the problem. And so Reese, she's like, you know what? I mean, Reese and Lily, they're like, you know what? We have no reason left to stay in the shop, so y'all don't have to worry about us anymore. We out. So I guess they plan when they get back to the shop, they gonna get all their stuff out the shop and leave. Ashley, somehow Ashley gets pulled into the situation. Again, Lily is diverting the situation off of her, and I don't know if it's a lie or not because Charmaine did deny it. She seemed like she was telling the truth, when she was denying it, but she tried to get somebody else into an argument. She's already arguing with Charmaine, and so she tells Ashley that they was talking about her wig. And me, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that wig was fly. I couldn't get away with it. I just know I couldn't get away with it, but I thought that purple or platinum or whatever color that wig was that Ashley said, I thought it was cute and it fit her face, it fit her perfectly. So they coming out the bathroom, Charmaine, after she done crying and drying her snot and tears, Danielle brings her back. And they over here, Charmaine, well, let's ask Charmaine. And so they went up to her and asked her, and she said she didn't say it. I'm going to believe Charmaine because I think Charmaine really has some kind of, I wouldn't say a bond with Ashley, but you remember when they did not get along in the very beginning when Charmaine and Dawn slept together and her and Ashley got into it. So I know y'all remember that. But ever since then, Charmaine has been trying to make it up to Ashley and be friends with her. They take vacations together, everything. So I'm going to believe Charmaine on that. Then basically Reese, As they walk away, they decide, let me turn my notes. Reese and Lily, they decide instead of going back to the shot, they didn't come all the way down there just to tell them a piece of their mind, like Lily said. They're gonna stay there and they're gonna enjoy this campgrounds. I don't know what. I, did these girls smoke anything? I'm like, was they okay? I know this is an adult camp, but please, please fill me in. Is this an adult camp? Like how they have adult beaches, adult resorts? Because these fools is running around butt naked, butt naked, running around. Now, if you see the scene when Ashley, and we're gonna get to that a little later, but I'm gonna just bring it up right now. If you've seen the scene where Ashley and Don was under the tent and he had the tiki torches and everything, and Ashley kept swatting the bugs away. I mean, because they're on a campground. There's mosquitoes everywhere. There's a lake. There's mosquitoes everywhere. These fools running around butt naked, talking about they gonna sleep butt naked. They probably did sleep butt naked because Lily, I think Lily still likes girls. She had mentioned that before. We seen her kiss girls. When she even interviewed Reese, she asked her, "Do you have a boyfriend?" Reese was like, "No." "Do you have a girlfriend?" Reese was like, "No." And I'm like, come on, Lily, have you ever heard of the Me Too movement? You can't be asking those kind of questions at an interview. But I mean, I guess tattoo shops, they can do that there. I don't know. But anyway, so I think something they might be a little more closer than we think. Maybe next episode or by the end of the season, we'll find out if they got something going on. But I think they do. Quote me on that. So the next morning when they wake up, Charmaine, she notices that they there. She all of a sudden, she gets upset because they're still outside. And I'm like, okay, chill, Charmaine, chill. Y'all, you do you, and let Reese and Lily do them, because I don't want to see you get your butt whooped no more. Don. Don. I like Don. I said before, y'all know I like Don. I like Don and Ashley. I don't like how he's been a habitual cheater since like the beginning of this season, basically. I don't like that. But I have to give him credit because he has been trying his hardest, like really, really trying his hardest, more than he has ever done in the past when he cheated on her, to try to make up for it and try to get their relationship back where it's supposed to be, because he doesn't want a divorce. Ashley doesn't want a divorce. But one thing she does not need is for him to be giving her all these gifts and things all the time, because all she wants is for him to just be faithful to her and faithful to her family. But he sets it up, and I guess his bro or the fellas, they help him set it up and everything. And when Ashley was going to use the bathroom, actually Van had Jen, basically trick her and tell her that there was another bathroom somewhere else. And she goes and she sees Don and all these tiki torches and a picture. I think a picture was hanging down of when they first met or something like that, or maybe their first date or whatnot. But anyway, I thought it was really, really, really romantic. But like I said, Ashley is not looking for all the frills. All she wants is for him to be faithful. Don, again, I give you credit. She was going off. She was popping off. She was embarrassing you and everything. But in the end, she seemed to tone down, and she seems to calm down, and she sees, she's like, okay, you really need to do much more. He said, what do you want me to do to beg? Yeah, you need to beg. You need to get down on your knees and beg instead of just buying all these flowers and champagne bottles and picnic on the beach like they was in Jamaica. She don't need all that. It's nice to get that stuff, every now and then, or to, be sporadic. But to do that just to keep doing stuff to make up, when in the past every time you made up you kept cheating and you had a child on the side. So listen to Ashley. We don't listen. Listen to Ashley. She's telling you what she wants. So good luck with you guys, because like I said, I really do like y'all together. And Lily. Back to Lily. While everybody else was doing the what was they doing? They was the zip lining, that's what you call it. They were zip lining. Oh my God, Cobra. First of all, Cobra, what was you thinking? What was you thinking, Cobra? First of all, kudos for trying, because you tried it, sis. You really, really tried it, sis. But come on, Cobra. You is about as big as I am, if not even bigger. Ain't no way I would have had them tie me around in that rope and dangle me from a wall and try to get my butt up that wall and over that wall. Nope. No, sir. Not doing it. And you know they make you sign a waiver. You 30 feet from the ground. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nope, not doing it. Sorry, not doing it. I can't sue them. If I hurt myself, if I break my elbow, I'm going to try to put my back out, my knees trying to climb over the wall. Nope. But again, kudos, Cobra. You tried it. But while they were having fun and enjoying themselves, Lily and Reese, they went horseback riding. Van, he hops his crippled butt on his crutches and he hobbles over to them because he wants to discuss something with them, because he heard about how Jen had went off, basically, she was speaking on his behalf, but it really is not his thoughts, that we later found out when he's talking to Lily and Reese. He tells them, he apologizes. I love my girl, but she was wrong, and she don't bring any value to the shop. Charmaine don't bring any value to the shop, and I'm going to have to put her in check, basically, and tell her that she was wrong. And he's seen in the green room, when talking to production and stuff, and he said, yeah, I'm going to have to throw my lady up under the bus. And I'm like, hold up, we talking about Jen here. You know how crazy your chick is, and you about to throw her under the bus for them? I mean, I understand y'all need money in the shop. I understand Van is focused on the revenue, or maybe something else. Because why are you so bent on sticking up for them when they've been causing all this chaos and all this drama in the shop, especially since Reese got there? So, I mean, do he have an ulterior motive? I think so. And we later find out. Because after this conversation, Lily, when they were, after they spoke and everything, when they came back together, they went to, where was it? The bubble? I think it was the bubble. What did they call it? Bubble something. A bubble lava soap foam party. That's what it was. It was a phone party. So they at the phone party and they, trying to have fun and everything. Basically, Forbes was like, this the only thing fun to do here, besides the horseback riding and the zip line and, being out in the canoe. I guess that's maybe not all fun to him, but it looks like they were having fun to me. But anyway, he was like, that's the only other fun thing that they can do. While they're at the phone party, Van, he feels this is the moment to let everybody know that he thinks Reese and Lily should remain in the shop. And while everybody else is not in agreement with him, he is. And so they immediately start arguing again, because first of all, Reese, she tries to talk to Jen. Jen ignores her. Jen ain't feeling y'all. See, Jen one of them real chicks. She gonna tell you how T.I. is. She gonna tell you how she feels. She gonna keep it 100 all the way a buck. Then they try to talk to Charmaine, because Lily, she wants to work things out with Charmaine. Even Lily is so, I don't know. Lily is fake to me. She's just fake to me. She's just acting like this Billy badass all of a sudden this season, and I think she's just fake to me. Um, Van tells them that they losing revenue. They need to keep them in the shop. But Jen, she brings up again how toxic they are. They're like a cancer. They're like a disease. They don't belong here. Van, he keeps trying to stick up for him and everything. And Lily, she once again goes off on Jen and tells her she has nothing to do with it. You know, you need to shut up. You always talking. Keep your mouth closed. You talking to Jen? I know you ain't trying to curb Jen. Jen will not be curbed. And then Lily, she's like, again, she's gonna divert the attention away from her again. But this time, uh, that's why Van kissed me. What? Okay. I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is true, it all makes sense to me now on why he's trying to keep them in the shop. She claims that he came over her house one night, or she came over his house. He wanted to kick it with her. And as in kick it, I don't know if he meant like play some cards, watch some TV, listen to some music, practice tatting. I don't know what kind of kicking it he was referring to, but in the mix of all that kicking it, he kissed her. She said she didn't stop him. She let it happen, but she didn't stop him. And then he just got up and left. Does that make sense? You just kiss somebody and get up and okay. Now maybe in some of these romantic movies of the past, maybe a man would kiss you and get up and leave and just kind of like leave a trace on your lips for you to remember or long for. But come on now. We know Van. Yeah, I don't think he got up and left. Matter of fact, I think there was probably more to it. I think he probably kissed her, and then something else happened. And he's trying to keep peace. Y'all let me know if y'all feel a different way, though. This is my opinion. I think something happened. And even if they didn't have sex, I think something happened. You know, and this reminds me of Love and Hip Hop. With Safari and Lyrica, even if they didn't have sex, something happened. But so this would explain why he's trying to like keep the peace and keep Reese and Lily in the shop, because maybe he wants to keep her from revealing something, but it didn't work regardless. Again, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is just my opinion. I think something did happen. Jen is asking for more receipts. Lily's not giving no more receipts. She's just like, it happened. He kissed me. I didn't stop it. He left. I'm not falling for that. And Jen, I don't know if she's falling for it either. But anyway, Van denies it. And Lily is like, yeah, you know you did, whatever. Lily walks away. Van tells Jen he swears he never did kiss her. He didn't touch her. And she's full of shit. That's basically what it says. She's full of shit. Lily and Reese, they walk off and they promise. They swear off Loyal Inc. This time, for real, this is it. We're not coming back. She knows that she can't stay. She definitely can't stay after this, because it's just one thing piling on top of each other. Just every single like episode, it seems like. Reese, like Jen said, Lily, like Jen said, is cancerous to their organization. And she will just be your downfall. I say get rid of her. Do what Charmaine tried to do like maybe 4 episodes ago. Remember when she tried to fire her? Matter of fact, that was right after she mollywopped her at the club and gave her a black eye. Y'all remember? And she tried to fire Lily. They wouldn't let her fire Lily. Then later, that's when Charmaine was like, she went behind their backs and she got LLC because she was tired of all the drama and she wanted them to have some kind of, you know, some kind of structure in the shop, some kind of structure. But anyway, that fell through too. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. Let me know if you think what Reese is saying is true or false. If you think she was just trying to divert the attention from her and just say something out of spite to piss Jen off because, you know, her and Jen got into it, you know, let me know how you feel about that. Or let me know if you think, like I said, it's true or not. And also, let me know what you think about as far as Reese. As far as, you know, Reese, she did not want to look at that video. Remember when they showed the video and they showed Reese was not hit by Junior? So let me know how you feel about why she didn't want to look at the video. And for some reason, she just swears. And I don't know, these two, Lily and Reese, they are a team. They are a team all by themselves. I really think they should probably start their own shop, because they don't need to be in nobody else's shop, because they just all drama, all about drama. But Reese, she no longer wants to deal with Junior or see him ever again. She didn't want to see the video. Everybody knows that he wasn't the one who hit her. And then on top of that, Lily, she doesn't want to be around Junior. She didn't want anybody who's friends with Junior to be, she didn't want to be associated with them if they were associated with Junior. And that's the whole reason why she wanted to be, why she got into it with Don, and why she was saying that he wasn't being loyal to her. So y'all let me know what y'all feel about that whole situation, which led up to Van saying that he needs them in the shop. So let me know what y'all think about that whole situation. Do you think it's something deeper than just Van thinking about coins, thinking about money, their revenue? Let me know if you think it's just all about revenue, that he wants to keep them two in the shop. Or let me know if you think it's something, you know, he done something he shouldn't be doing, and he basically trying to stay safe, stay in a safe, comfortable area with Lily and Reese. Because, you know, if he really, really kissed Lily, even if it went further or didn't go further, Lily and Reese is really, really close. They bout tied to the hip. So if anything happened with him and Lily, you know she told Reese. So I'm sure Reese knows. So again, do you think that he really wants to keep them there for the revenue because they need the coins? Or do you think he's just trying to, you know, save his ass? In so many words. So let me know what y'all think. Hit me up in the comment section. We can chat about it later. I'm about to get off to this gig. Make sure if you didn't like this video on the way in, you like it on the way out. Make sure you share the video. Sharing is caring. Share with your Facebook friends, whatever social media you use. And if you are not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And do not forget, in the chat, first comment in the chat, there's a link to my Facebook cake decorating page. Make sure you check that out, especially if you're in the Omaha area, because I have promotions every month, the first of the month, and I give out free cakes. So check out that page. Be subscribed to that Facebook page. Be subscribed to this YouTube channel. And that's all you need to do to be eligible to enter the cake promotion at the first of every month and win you a free cake. But until we meet again, Primetime Squad, you know what to do. Stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.